Corgis are famous for a few things, right? Those stumpy little legs, the big expressive ears, and an absolutely endless supply of energy. But there's something about them that people often miss, something that goes beyond their cute and comical appearance. It's their incredible emotional awareness. And this story, it really shines a light on that hidden depth. It all begins in a warm, cozy family home. This home belonged to a corgi named Biscuit. For several years, Biscuit's life was a masterclass in routine. It was predictable, comfortable. There were the invigorating morning walks, the lazy afternoon naps in a patch of sun, and the quiet evenings spent with his favorite people. Life was good. Life was simple. But then, one day, the routine, the quiet, the entire rhythm of the house, it all changed. A baby arrived. Her name was Emma. The very first night, when Emma's tiny cries echoed through the quiet house, Biscuit noticed immediately. Most dogs might bark out of confusion or panic. But not Biscuit. He simply sat down. And he listened. It was as if he understood that this new sound was important, something to be respected, not interrupted. From that day forward, Biscuit's life had a new center of gravity. Emma. He made it his mission to be close to wherever she was. He wasn't pushy or overbearing. He didn't hover or try to get in the way. He just made sure he was nearby. A furry, silent guardian watching from a respectful distance. When Emma would let out a tiny, gurgling laugh, Biscuit's tail would give a slow, gentle wag. It wasn't the frantic, excited wag of playtime. It was a soft, contented wag, a quiet acknowledgement of her joy. And when Emma slept, her chest rising and falling in a peaceful rhythm, Biscuit would rest his head on the floor right beside her crib, a steadfast sentinel on duty. As the weeks turned into months, a remarkable transformation happened in Biscuit. The corgi known for his boundless energy started to adapt. He began to mirror the calm and gentle pace of life with a newborn. On their walks, he'd slow his usual trot to match the slower pace of the stroller. He learned to wait patiently for longer periods of time. He actively chose calm over his usual bouncy enthusiasm. It was a conscious shift, a testament to his incredible sensitivity. One sunny afternoon, Emma was lying on a soft blanket spread out on the living room floor, exploring the world with her wide, curious eyes. Biscuit, who had been watching from his usual spot, slowly got up. He walked over with a deliberate gentleness, approaching the blanket with care. He lay down, not right next to her, but a little way off, and placed his paws neatly in front of him, like a fluffy, four-legged sphinx. Emma, seeing him there, reached out a tiny, uncoordinated hand. Her fingers brushed against his soft, velvety ear. A moment of pure, unspoken connection. Biscuit didn't flinch. He didn't pull away. He didn't even move a muscle. He just stayed. And in that quiet, gentle touch, everything shifted. The invisible line between dog and family member dissolved completely. From that moment on, Biscuit wasn't just living in the same house as Emma. He became an integral part of her world. Their bond deepened with every passing day. As Emma grew, so did Biscuit's role in her life. When she was learning to roll over, a major milestone for any baby, Biscuit would watch her struggle and then shift his body aside just enough to give her the space she needed. He instinctively knew when to move and when to stay. Then came the crawling phase. Emma, now mobile, would set off on little adventures across the living room floor. And who was always there, following at a safe, respectful distance? Biscuit. He was her shadow, her furry companion on every expedition, making sure she was never truly alone. He never got underfoot, never tripped her up. He had mastered the art of being present, without being a nuisance. Years flew by as they always do. Emma grew from a baby into a little girl, full of stories and laughter. And when she would talk about Biscuit, she wouldn't start with the funny memories of him chasing a ball or doing his famous corgi sploot. No, she would remember the quiet moments. She'd remember the feeling of his warm, steady presence beside her crib. She'd remember him watching over her as she played on the floor. She would remember him not for his playful, energetic side, but for simply being there. For being her constant, her silent guardian through every stage of her early life. Because this story teaches us a beautiful lesson. It shows us that sometimes, the deepest and most profound love doesn't need to jump or bark or make a lot of noise to prove its existence. Sometimes the truest form of love is the one that just sits and stays. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.